Okay, so the aim of the re-series is to inform the uninformed when it comes to PC gaming and PC hardware in general. This first episode is on a guy called Dmac Gaming, who, in his video, has gone on about how PCs are better than consoles. Yeah, that's fine. And he's tried to put a little twist on it by saying, this is why console gamers don't care. Now you might be thinking, yeah, that sounds like a good idea. Not many people make that argument. Most people stick to the either PCs are better or consoles are better. This one is a bit of both. In his arguments, he tends to go off on tangents. You'll have to excuse him. But yeah, let's just get into it, and I'll stop if I need to, I have a comment to make.
Welcome to Dmac's Mad Game. I'm your host Dmac, and we believe games is a lifestyle, not a hobby. Today's topic is something that everyone has talked about. You've talked about with your friends. You probably talked about your girlfriends. You probably even talked about it with your parents. You've talked about it in your classrooms, your workplace, your malls, everywhere. Everyone has talked about this, including YouTubers. PC gaming is better. Research has been done about it. People have proven that PC gaming is the purest console game. Not to that fact. We don't care. But today I was reading an article business time. Hey, so one more reason why PC gaming is so console game. We're not talking about PC, 5 reasons why. I was like, console games don't care. We really don't. I don't care. A lot of games, we don't care how PC is. How PC is. We don't care. We don't care. 5 reasons why. PC games is okay. Console games don't care. PC gamers. So the first thing we're going to talk about, the article stated, was how PC hardware outperforms console hardware. We all know this. It's been said so much. I'm so sick and tired of hearing it. I wish they would just give it a rest. Especially the PC master race in the comment section. They always got to say, well, we get better performance. We get faster frame rates. We get better graphics. We get the gameplay is much better on a PC. We all know they did the research. They crunched the numbers. They presented it.
Okay, so I bet at this point you're dying to know what his first point's going to be. I am too. Let's have a look. Sorry about the fast forwarding, but I think I need to get it across how much he just goes on for the first 5 minutes of this video. Alright.
Data, anybody that has internet connection, has a computer, laptop, or tablet knows that the PC outperforms the console. Then knows what you guys going to say. Then why do you just go ahead and buy a PC instead of buying a console? Why are you wasting money with a console? It's crazy. I don't understand it. I'll give you a couple reasons why a lot of gamers prefer consoles. And our first reason is because a lot of gamers are not comfortable with putting a rig together. Not every gamer is comfortable enough to buy individual parts for their rig and put them together correctly for the rig to work.
Okay, so since when was building a PC a requirement to play a game on a PC? You don't have to build a car to learn to drive. Absolutely pathetic and weak first point to make. But go on, Dmac, let's see what else you have to say.
Not every gamer is comfortable doing it. And I know what you guys are going to say. It's not that difficult to do, Dmac. You got to just plug certain things in and you get to go. It's not as easy as they claim it is. Some people have a knack for putting technology together. Some people have a knack for putting rigs together. Some people start putting rigs together around 12, 13 years old. I know a couple of my friends that have been putting rigs together since they were 12 or 13. It's something that they had to learn. And I'm sure the first time they put it together, they messed up a couple of rigs.
Alright, so in this guy's eyes, all his friends who have been doing it since they were 12 or 13 messed up 1 or 2 rigs before they built a working computer. If you are going to build a computer, just watch a YouTube video. It's a lot more simple than you'd expect, and there's barely any learning involved as long as you do adequate research before investing in hardware.
I mean, it's a learning experience, no matter how smart, no matter how intelligent you are. So a lot of gamers don't feel like dealing with it. A lot of gamers don't feel like putting their hard-earned money into pieces of equipment that they have to put together to get the hardware that they want to play the games on. Not every gamer is comfortable doing it. I know what else you're going to say.
Yeah, and I totally agree with you, Dmac. The thing is, you don't have to build a PC to game on a PC. That's the last time I make that point.
I know what else you're going to say. What does buy a pre-built computer? You're right about that. But why buy a pre-built computer that I'm going to have to worry about the RAM and how much space I have for certain games?
Alright, so he brings up the pre-built option, and does a horrible job of sort of breaking it down. He didn't go into the two main things that you sort of lose out on when you go for a pre-built, which is the price premium and also the experience you get from actually building your own PC. Instead, he idiotically goes with, I don't want to have to worry about storage, something you have to do on a console. My Xbox One, which is gathering dust somewhere at the moment admittedly, came with a 1TB hard drive. I had to buy an external 2TB hard drive just to fit some of my games. It's something you have to worry about on console as well.
The second reason why gamers don't go over the PC, because some gamers don't care about how powerful their hardware is.
Alright, so at this point in the video, this is the bit that inspired me to make this series. His point is, console gamers don't care that PCs are better because they don't care. They don't care because they don't care. Good point, mate. 11 out of 10.
I mean, not every gamer cares, especially the casual gamer, do not care about how powerful their hardware is. And these are a couple of reasons why a lot of console gamers don't really care about how powerful a PC is. So the second argument they made, how on Steam they get a lot of discounts on their digital content. A lot of digital content they have are dirt cheap and they can get it for pennies. And they really are proud about that. I mean, I know a lot of PC gamers that really shouts that out to the heavens. We get great discounts on our digital content. We ain't playing on arm and a leg for our digital content. PCs are for gamers that love gaming but don't want to pay high prices for gaming. This and that and this and that.
Just feel like I should intervene once again. Isn't this starting to sound like a consoles are better than PCs sort of video? He's sort of gone off his point of, yeah, PCs are better. Just this is why we don't care. Just saying.
And for a console gamer like myself, I have one thing to say. Console gamers that only play on consoles don't care. We really don't care.
Oh, there it is again. We don't care because we don't care.
We don't care how great your sales are on Steam because we don't play on our PCs. We don't game on our PCs. Some of us don't even have PCs or laptops. We game and consume most of our digital media on our consoles. So we don't really care about how great your sales are.
Okay, so he makes this point about 20 times, and once again, it's a pretty weak point. On consoles and on PCs, we both play similar games. The fact that the sales are on PC, and that's now a con because console gamers don't have a PC, that's just so stupid. The point PC players are making are in relation to console sales. PC game sales are much more dramatic and more frequent and just all round better.
Yeah, you have better sales than us. I mean, they have had their research on it, they have crunched the numbers, and they have shown us in many articles how Steam has the best prices when it comes to digital content. Yes, I agree with you on that. But console gamers like myself that don't play on PC don't care. The only reason we don't care is because we don't buy content for our PC. The Microsoft and Sony has been doing great jobs for some of their sales. They have some sales where some games cost $5, $6. Yeah, they may be indie games or a AAA title that's been out for 5 or 6 years. They may drop down to $18, $20. The same amount I would get if I went to a GameStop and bought a hard copy.
So at this point, he's saying, providing that a game's been out 3 or 4 years, you can get a game digitally from Microsoft or Sony for the same price as a hard copy. The thing is, digital copies should be cheaper than physical copies anyway, because it obviously costs more money in shipping, in construction of the actual discs and the cases and the little booklets you get. It costs more to make that than it does to distribute digital copies through something like Steam. It's such a stupid point to make that, oh, if something's been out 5 or 6 years, you might be able to get a digital copy for a similar price as a physical copy. That's pathetic.
It's not that hard to realize that console gamers don't care about Steam because we don't play on our PCs. So let's talk about the third thing the article was talking about in this amazing epiphany that PC gaming is so much better than console gaming. So the third point they made in the argument with this article is that PC gamers get to play multiplayer games online. After they buy the digital content or they buy the hard disk for their content for the PC, they can play multiplayer online for free. No money is required for them to be online.
And this is a perfectly valid point to make when comparing PCs and consoles, because consoles do have to pay that extra 40 odd quid a month, a year, sorry, to connect to other people, and you know, it's just a matter of plugging an Ethernet cable in. I'm wondering how he's going to possibly make a counter argument to this, because what's better than free?
And that's another major argument that they argue with when they're arguing against console gamers, us peasants. Is that why should you pay to be online when you already paid for the game? I understand their point of view, and I can get with them. Sometimes I wish I didn't have to pay. But I look at it at this point, and a lot of console gamers like myself look at it like this. We pay a monthly fee, we get free games, we get security, and I know what you're going to say. They've been hacked. PlayStation been hacked several times, and so has Xbox. Yes, they have. But so have PCs. PCs have been hacked. MacBooks have been hacked. Everyone gets hacked. But majority of the time, when your identity, money, and things are secure, when you are playing online with Microsoft or Sony. And that's the reason why a lot of console gamers don't mind giving them money. $10 here a month.
Guess what, mate? We have security too, and we don't pay a penny. It's just a way of squeezing more money out of you from massive companies like Sony and Microsoft. It's idiotic to think that you're paying for extra security when PC gamers are getting the same level of security for absolutely nothing.
It's only $10. We get free games, discounts on our content, and things like that. I know what you PC gamers gonna say. Well, we get discounts without having to pay anything, and I understand that. But we also pay for security, and majority of the time, our identity and credit cards are safe online because of that. Unless we do something to mess with our console, something like that. As long as we keep it like it is, we don't get hacked. I have never been hacked on my PlayStation or my Xbox at all. So,
alright, so he sort of finishes up talking about mods and just sort of we can't have them, so that's tough luck really, which is fair enough to the guy. And then also he goes on about controllers and keyboards and says it comes down to personal preference, which I totally agree with 100%. Like personally, for some games I like using a controller, others I like mouse and keyboard. That's fair enough. All in all, I'm not out to make enemies with the guy. He seems like a nice guy, just a little uninformed when it comes to certain things. And here comes that part of the video again where I beg for you to, leave a comment if you got anything to say, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Cheerio.